Sertomans, today we're fortunate to have an incredible guest speaker. Before I introduce our guest speaker, though, I want to introduce Karen over here. Karen Medfield is our head cook at the Musgrave unit, and honestly, a lot of kids call her mom, and she really is to a lot of the kids like their mom. After supper and everything, I'll see former members stop by the club and check in with her and tell her how their lives are going. And so she really is an important person in their lives, and she's played an important role, as you'll find out, in Aneva's life. So next to her, Aneva, if you'll go ahead and stand up over here, so come on this way. This is Aneva Jefferson. She is our Youth of the Year. She's been attending the club for a long time. I've known her since she was a little girl. So let's give it up for Aneva Jefferson.
Hello?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Hello, my name is Aneva Jefferson, and I am this year's Youth of the Year for our Boys and Girls Club. And for now, I go to compete for state. And for state, I have to write a speech and perform a speech at the competition. And today I'm going to present for you my speech that I wrote. I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. Little Aneva, 4 years old, scrunched into the passenger seat of a car, holding a 12-pack of Bud Light and her favorite Barney stuffed animal, with a drunk daddy behind the wheel. Are we home yet, Daddy? Before he could answer, everything went black. All I remember is the sound of screeching tires and shattering glass, watching my Barney doll fly out the window, my childhood close behind as we slammed into a ditch. 1 year and 2 foster homes later, my parents were separated and I moved back in with my dad. I began first grade at Campbell Elementary, where I met my best friend Megan. I go to this really cool place called the Boys and Girls Club, where I get to play with so much cool stuff, and there's really good snack and field trips every day. At 6 years old, of course this sounded like heaven. After school one Thursday afternoon, my dad and I walked into the Musgrave Boys and Girls Club for the first time. By Friday, I was officially a member, and I've been there ever since. Walking through those big blue doors 11 years ago, I knew the Boys and Girls Club would be special, but I did not know it would end up saving my life. My dad could no longer work due to illness. He had trouble paying the bills, especially after he got custody of my half-sister Naomi. Sometimes he went to extraordinary measures in order to provide for us, legality not in the forefront of his mind. On the morning of my 13th birthday, I woke to blue and red flashing lights instead of presents, to confusion and chaos instead of cake. My dad had been arrested, again. It was always unsettling not knowing where my sister and I would end up. After our dad was released, we found ourselves homeless and living on the streets. This period was one of the darkest times of my life. I began to question why I was alive. I felt that I was too poor to fit in, too alone to be happy, too broken to be loved. I was depressed and suicidal and ready to give up. Just when I was beginning to get my life together, my mom died 8 days before my 16th birthday, and my older sister Micah died only 10 months later. So I know what you're thinking. Lifetime movie, right? But this is my reality. Now it was time to be stronger than ever before because my responsibilities did not die along with my mom and sister. I didn't really know how to cope with so much loss, but the club was there for me. It was a club that provided me meals when I would have otherwise gone hungry. It was a club that helped me keep education a priority by covering school expenses. It was a club that showed me you can give back even when you have nothing. It was a club that taught me respect, self-worth, and compassion. I don't stand in front of you today as a statistic, but as a strong woman who is ready to help others overcome their issues, whether it be losing a loved one or not knowing how to love yourself. I am Aneva Jefferson, and I have one thing to say to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. I love you, you love me, thank you for being my family.